Geminis, welcome to Ascending Spiritually. My name is Dee. This is going to be for March 1st to the 15th. Keep in mind that this is general. That means not all the messages are going to resonate. And if you'd like something tailored just for you, the information for a personal is in the description box below. The gender of the cards don't matter, and it may resonate vice versa. Cross-watchers are welcome. Just know that you may have to switch the roles of the video. If you notice, I do have a join sign, so I am rolling out memberships. I have 2 tiers going. The first is Orion, which is 99 cents, and the second is Andromeda. That's about $7. It gets you 2 written readings on the 15th and the 30th of each month. Just be sure to click on the community tab, and I'll have messages for all 12 signs at the end of the night on the 15th and the 30th. We have 3 of Cups for you, 8 of Wands, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, Judgment, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. There could be a partnership that's at stake because there is a masculine energy that's looking outside of the relationship for some sort of rewarding energy, or they may be in love with someone else because, look, they have their cup of love and they're looking on the outside to the Knight of Swords. And this is possibly you, if you're the Gemini resonating in this reading, of the Queen of Swords energy, which is someone who is chasing after a masculine energy, trying to find out the truth. But there's a lot of murkiness in this situation. There's a reunion that's being planned in the background, or someone wants to reunite with someone that they've been at a distance with. Some sort of communication came in the form of a message or a text or a phone call. And either you're finding out about this or intuitively you know that something's wrong. And it's because the masculine energy in this reading, it doesn't have to be the man, it can be the female, received a text message or communication from someone who made a rushed decision to come in and disclose their emotions and their feelings for this King of Cups. So if this is someone who's single, this King of Cups, he had an option between 2 different women. That's why we have the 2 of Swords, and he had a decision to make between left and right. The decision that he made is mostly geared toward this Knight of Swords, because do you see how there's some sort of like face-off going on between the 2 of these people? The offer of love that he has is going towards this Knight of Swords, and this person's identity is concealed because they have a mask on. Meanwhile, this Queen of Swords does not have a mask on, but she has a crown because she was crowned either, you know, the queen of this relationship, or you just have gained your crown through experience and through a lot of turmoil and havoc and heartbreak in your life, and you should be proud of yourself for where you are at life. With the Queen of Swords, if you can sense some sort of bullshit or lies, your detector goes off immediately. So don't you second guess yourself and your intuition. It's never going to steer you in the near future in the wrong direction. Because there's a choice that you're going to have to make coming up soon within the next 3 months. That's down the line from now, but you're going to get a warning sign right now. There's something that's going on in the background that you're unaware of that's involving 2 people communicating and one person being left out in the cold, taken for granted, unappreciated, someone who keeps basically begging for love and they're not getting what they deserve. But this is a choice that this woman or man is placing themselves in, because if they knew that there was something going on in the background, you should have enough strength and courage for yourself to make the decision to cut yourself out of any situation that makes you feel like a burden or makes you feel like the third wheel or a third party, because 3s are significant in this spread. Let me get another deck. That way I can get some additional messages. This is for Gemini, the 1st to the 15th. Why is this Knight of Swords here? Main female. Expectation. Okay, so see, there's a main female that's on the outside that's with this Knight of Swords energy. So even if this king and queen had an established relationship, someone now has this king's attention. And there's an expectation that this Queen of Swords has. So if you're the Queen of Swords, you have an expectation about how someone around you is supposed to treat you, especially if you have history together. If you're in an established relationship, you have, certain expectations as far as the connection moving forward and how they should behave, especially when there's outside intruders. But as far as this King of Cups, the mature man, he's supposed to be mature in this situation. He may be a bit older than this queen. Right now, he's tired of putting work and time and effort into a connection with this Queen of Swords and may be lured onto something new. With judication being here, this king is going to be faced under judgment. It's going to be different for everyone watching. Not everyone here is in an established relationship. So if this king decides to choose someone other than you, that's just how life goes. Sometimes we don't get chosen. But if you're in the case where you are in a relationship with this King of Cups and he's supposed to have loyalty and fidelity to you, whatever choice he makes next is going to put him in this judication energy. So if he decides to choose someone else other than his partner, judication is going to be in the form of divorce. If he chooses someone else other than, just the person that he had committed to, for example, a casual girlfriend, other than something that involves a contract, then the judication is going to be in the form of a message of concern, where this king is going to send out a message to this Queen of Swords saying, hey, I want to move on. This isn't working for me. And it's because he found someone else on the outside that he now sees as the main female or the main person that he wants to pursue. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. And so that's going to cause judgment on the mature woman's life. If you're the Queen of Swords in this dynamic, you're the mature woman, the person that is full of elegance and poise, and you know how to carry yourself. So don't let this man get you out of character, because at the end of the day, you're the prize. You're the one wearing the crown. And so if someone chooses against you, rejection is just God's protection, as I believe. I feel like in this connection, you may have been putting in a lot of time, effort, and work and not getting the same thing in return. So it doesn't even have to be in the form of a romantic connection. This could be a friendship unit where someone's not getting the respect that they deserve and always chooses someone on the outside instead of being loyal to the friend that they've had all along. You can switch this scenario to match your dynamic. All I see is that there's someone here that's being mistreated because someone on the outside came in with a message. This is someone that's from a distance that has a connection to this king. So this king is the person in the middle of this whole fiasco, all because he just decides to be in this position of indecision and not decide on what he wants. So it keeps two people stuck. It's a very selfish energy. No one has to wait, so nobody's obligated to wait on this king's decision. But both people on the outside are kind of at this king's mercy, because he's the one that has to decide who he wants to be with or who he wants to pledge his loyalty or fidelity to. So don't let yourself be in a power, stronghold position with an individual that doesn't even know what they want to begin with, because they're going to drag you along while they have their cake and eat it too, and that's not fair to you. Let me get another deck so I can get some additional messages. Why is this king here? He's literally being the fool, taking a risk, leaving everything behind, messing with two people. Look, this is the king right here and two women in the background. I literally cannot make this up. He's in his ego, being selfish, getting what he needs out of both parties, while both of these people, in the past, both women were unaware of each other, but because of how things have unfolded, it's like two women are on the outside and they're in this face-off position for this man who looks like he's already made his decision about who he wants, but he's leaving someone behind who he should be loyal to in order to form a new relationship, which is pretty messed up. But, that couple's going to get karma on their own if that's how it is going to play out. While some of you, the king is going to decide to just stick around and be around his family and try to work this out again, because there is a form of emotional fulfillment that's going on. It's just there's an immature person in the middle that has control of over the relationship and over two people, because both women are not necessarily focusing on themselves and practicing self-love, self-care, self-admiration. There could even be children involved in the situation. If it's not children, it's a childhood friend that's coming in between a long-term partnership. So, for example, this is like a first love that this king never really got over. Came into the picture when the relationship between this king and this Queen of Swords was just very unstable and rocky. And so he was forced to make a decision. And now it looks like he's chose to go outside of the relationship, which is something that is led by toxicity. So if this person does decide to feed into lust and temptation, because that's what it looks like here. It looks like it's temptation to go form a partnership somewhere else, but there's going to be unforeseen circumstances just because of how this man is doing it. Instead of being honest about, not wanting to be in the connection anymore and possibly just feeling dissatisfied, this individual is doing it behind both of these two women's backs, and it's going to come back and bite him in some sort in some sort of way, shape, or form. I don't know. It's just what I'm seeing. So enough of that storyline. Let me see if I can get something else. Additional messages for Capricorns. March 1st to the 15th. What do Capricorns need to know? This is for March 1st to the 15th. Page of Cups. The Hermit. Ace of Swords in reverse. The Star card. Queen of Pentacles. King of Cups. Oh my. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I wanted to kind of get you guys a different storyline, and it looks like the same thing. Look, King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles on the side, and Page. Actually, that's a Knight, and Knight of Pentacles. So one man in the middle, once again, and two women on the side. That's just what we're dealing with, I guess. There's going to be an offer of love that comes in, either from an outside party or from this King of Cups to one of these two women. And it's going to be in the form of dishonesty or doing it behind someone's back. Because there's no truth being told. There's no talking. Yeah. So this man had a choice between working it out with a woman that he's been with long term, or going towards someone new and taking a risk. And it looks like this man has decided, after going within and soul searching, that they want to try to go after something new. But because of how this man is doing it, it's going to have repercussions, because there's a level of dishonesty and not telling the truth. The Star card is here to show that there is divine timing that's at play with this whole scenario. So you can't try to rush anything. The gods are going to make it work the way that it works. I don't know. Knight of Wands is here to show that there is a lot of hurt feelings of everyone involved. It's like this Queen of Pentacles feels hurt because she's put in a lot of time and effort and work into this King of Cups, and feels like she deserves to be chosen, or at least to be shown loyalty and fidelity. And this King of Cups feels hurt because he doesn't want to hurt the woman that he's been with for a long time, but he's also dissatisfied and isn't in love with this woman anymore, because of, just everything that they've gone through together. So he's hurt because he's hurting the person that he truly wants to be with, which is this Knight of Pentacles, someone who has been very persistent about getting into this King of Cups' life. For example, this is an outside party that did not care if this King of Cups had a wife or a husband, because they've been in love with this person most likely their entire life, and they've just gotten enough strength and courage. So these are two people that have history together, longer history than the established relationship. Unfortunately, everyone here is getting their feelings hurt, and everyone's going to have a brand new start in some way, shape, or form. If this king decides to choose the queen, they'll continue their established relationship. It'll just be revamped and revived. If this king decides to choose this Knight of Pentacles, he'll move on and form a new partnership that, will be different from the ground up. But because of the level of dishonesty that came with it, there's also going to be karma that this couple has to work out. So it's just a lot that's going on, a lot of people involved, a lot of emotions and feelings, maybe even someone being bitter and wanting to cause revenge in some way. I just get revenge energy off of this. This Knight of Pentacles is the main energy, because I just picked up this deck and it's at the bottom. This is the same card as this. Knight of Pentacles is possibly someone between the ages of 20 and 50, I believe, who knows what they want, and they know who they want, and there's nothing that's going to stop them and get in their way, which is why this King of Cups is looking in their direction, because it seems like they've been successful in their pursuit to recruit someone who may have already been in an established relationship. But remember, at some point in time, these outside parties did not know about each other, which means this king went behind this queen's back, started some sort of connection or relationship, and all of that's coming to light with divine timing. We have the Star card, again, exactly divine timing. I can't make this up. The Star card here as well. Ten of Wands means there's a lot of burdens and stress being carried out right now. This is the time for you and everyone involved to focus on themselves. Self-care, self-love, self-admiration, because there's a level of imbalance with each single person that's involved in this triage of mess. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's mostly focused on their material aspect of life. This person's about to have a shakeup or a rude awakening when they find out that their partner is establishing a relationship elsewhere. But this was because this Queen of Pentacles was not establishing themselves separately from this King of Cups. This is like the type of woman that was relying 100% on this king's income, or just didn't have a life of their own. So this is a shakeup to help bring this person back to themselves. They're going to have to wait for this man to make a choice, and that choice may not be them. It's not going to be the same for everyone. With the 8 of Cups, this King of Cups is walking towards a new passionate beginning. This is someone that he's very attracted to sexually, someone that he cannot stop thinking about. And this Knight of Pentacles is offering this king a home, a partnership, union. This could even be a twin flame and karmic situation where a divine masculine is leaving a karmic behind to go pursue their true love. But there's a lot of conflict that comes with this, not just because of competition and other people on the outside, but inner conflict, because you have to leave a lot of things behind. Disappointing friends, family members, possibly even children if that's involved. But everyone knows what's going on intuitively. It's just you may not be able to put it out on the table like this. So with the 2 of Cups, the partnership that's meant to be is going to happen, but it's going to be messy because, look, it's one man or one woman having 3 people beg for their attention. So if this is an attractive person, a man, he's going to have different options. Even if he's in a committed relationship, it's still someone that has women thrown at them for whatever reason. Maybe he's Rico Suave, I don't know. But this man is going to be trying to contemplate, how do I split up my time between these people that I have obligations to? So it could be children, a wife, because there's money involved, maybe even child support. And so it's just a messy dynamic, but this is all going to get sorted out. Everyone just needs to focus on themselves and put themselves first and take your power back in the situation, because it seems like the King of Cups is the person that has power because he gets to decide who he wants to be with, and he's already chosen. So don't let yourself be the chaser, chasing after someone that's not yours. Even if in the past the loyalty and the fidelity was towards the Queen of Pentacles, that has changed now. Someone else has stepped into the picture. And as harsh as the message is, I just have to give it to you. So that's the end of your reading. Leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.